know, most people spend their entire lives chasing money like it's some distant treasure at the end of a long road. But after 4 decades in the world of finance, working with people from all walks of life, I've learned that wealth isn't about numbers. It's a mindset, a discipline, a way of life. While 97% of people stay trapped in struggle, the other 3% unlock a deeper truth. Financial freedom doesn't begin with how much you earn, but how you think, act, and grow. Poverty begins in the mind long before it ever reaches your wallet. Let's start with one of the oldest laws of wealth. Pay yourself first. Before you pay the landlord, the taxman, or even your bills, you must honor your future self. Whether it's $10 or $10,000, take a portion, 10%, maybe 15%, and invest it. Not when you have more, but now. Because discipline, not income, is what builds freedom. When I was broke, sitting with more bills than cash, my mentor told me, "Don't wait to have more to start. Start so that you can have more." I began saving just $1 out of $10. It wasn't the amount that mattered. It was the identity shift. I stopped being a servant to my money and became its master. Every dollar you save is an employee. The question is, are you sending it to work or letting it disappear on things you'll forget tomorrow? The 3% don't spend emotionally. They spend it intentionally. Every purchase must pass one question. Does this move me closer to freedom or farther away? The wealthy don't buy to impress. They buy to progress. The poor chase comfort. The rich chase clarity. And clarity is power. You can't manage what you don't measure. The average American guesses where their money goes. The wealthy know it down to the dollar. Not because they're obsessed, but because they understand. Tracking your money isn't control, it's awareness. Once you start seeing patterns, that extra coffee, those online splurges, you begin making smarter choices automatically. But discipline fades. Systems don't. That's why the 3% automate their success. Automatic savings, automatic investing, automatic budgeting. I've seen people transform their finances simply by removing the need for willpower. Technology can be your silent financial partner, working 24/7 to make sure you stay consistent. Now, let's talk about value. Many believe working harder guarantees success. It doesn't. People don't pay for effort, they pay for value. 10 hours doing what anyone can do will never pay as much as 1 hour doing what few can. The wealthy invest in their skills, not just their savings. They study communication, leadership, persuasion, and money management, the skills that multiply income and create opportunity. And here's something most people ignore: the environment. You can't build a millionaire mindset surrounded by people who complain about Mondays and debt. Your environment shapes your standards. The wealthy spend time around builders, dreamers, and thinkers, people who challenge them to level up. If you want to change your life, start by changing your circle. Of course, even the best systems can't protect you if your emotions control your money. Emotional intelligence is the quiet weapon of the rich. They don't panic when markets crash, nor chase hype when it rises. They know that fear and greed are the two silent killers of wealth. The ability to stay calm when others are losing control, that's what separates investors from gamblers. You also need more than one leg to stand on. If your entire income comes from one paycheck, you're balancing on a single leg in a storm. The wealthy build multiple streams: a side business, investments, royalties, passive income. It doesn't start big, but over time, those small streams become a river that never stops flowing. And don't forget self-education. Formal education will earn you a living. Self-education will earn you a fortune. The wealthy read daily, not for entertainment, but for elevation. 10 pages a day can change your financial trajectory. Every book, every podcast, every conversation is a deposit into your mental bank account. But knowledge without goals is just noise. Write down your financial targets. Exactly how much, by when, and most importantly, why. Break big dreams into daily steps. Save $10 more this week. Read one chapter tonight. Cut one unnecessary expense tomorrow. Every small act is a brick in your financial fortress. And wealth isn't wealth until it's shared. When you teach others, you multiply your success. Talk to your children, your friends, your peers about money. Turn your journey into a legacy. Accountability creates power. When you share your goals, you stay committed. Wealth dies in secrecy, but thrives in community. One more thing most people never master: the art of patience. The poor want it now. The rich build it slowly. Delayed gratification is the ultimate test of strength. When I was young, I gave up fancy cars and vacations to invest in my education and assets. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Every dollar you delay spending today becomes 10 tomorrow. Wealth isn't speed. It's endurance. So let me leave you with this. Wealth isn't a mystery. It's math, mindset, and motion. 97% wait for luck. The 3% build systems, practice discipline, manage emotions, and think decades ahead. If you want to join them, start today. Track your money. Automate your savings. Learn daily. Build multiple streams. Surround yourself with people who push you higher. Because the truth is, freedom isn't won in a single moment. It's earned every day through small, intelligent choices repeated over time. Wealth is a journey, and the sooner you start walking, the sooner the world opens its doors to you.